Hey y'all.
Hey, it's us again. We're back.
Yep. We decided to make a second appearance at least.
I know. Everyone's been asking for it.
Oh my god.
You've been asking for it. So, it's your fault.
We don't get it.
I know.
I think that they just want to know if this is how we really are. Maybe one day, well, no. I'm not going to do anything as crazy as a hangout, but maybe one day we'll tape each other. End up forgetting we're taping each other.
And you'll get it. This is what you'll get.
This is what you'll get.
Yeah.
But sometimes we're sitting there watching movies. Like today, we watched Serendipity.
That's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, made us want to have some cold hot chocolate.
I know.
We
need to make a trip to New York.
It's gonna happen, especially if surgery comes through. It'll happen sooner than later.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So. We thought we'd do this a little bit different. Do this we beat it. No editing.
Do you know English?
English is my third language. I thought we would do this a little bit different, especially since I haven't done a video in almost 3 weeks. She hasn't done one
in a week and a half.
Yeah. So she didn't bring all
and I don't remember my last one because I was just so sleep deprived.
She and I have issues.
Yeah. If you saw it, I'm sorry. I'm
not sorry. It is what it is.
I haven't watched it. I can't bring myself to go and watch it.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, okay.
It's not. It's just that it cut off.
I know. That was
because when you told me it was an hour and 24 minutes, and I'm like, it's not an hour and 24 minutes, Joe. It's like an hour and 14. You're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. No, it's not.
I went back
you don't
to the
understand.
very
This is
end. It cut off just as I was showing all my crochet, and that was the best part. That's where I was the funniest. That's where all the good stuff got cut off. And I don't know how. And I still got it. It's still on my iPad. I just don't know how to get it from the last part of that from my iPad.
Just let it go.
I'm gonna let it go.
We're letting it go. It's that's my motto. She knows that let it go is my motto, and she is now.
I won't sing it though.
We're not singing it, but let it go.
Let it go. Okay.
Let it go. Or my daughter will be over there singing it for us.
Yeah. My daughter might join in. She knows the words. Nope. You're in choir. It's not like you don't know how to sing.
They're over there they're over there making a puzzle together, having fun.
They are.
Our families have fun together, which is nice.
It is
nice.
I can't wait till Paul comes home so we can get our husbands together.
Shut up. Me too. When's that going to happen, Molly?
Oh, well, we'll see.
It happens when it happens. When he's home, that's when he'll
be here. Yes, exactly.
We will let you all know when that happens. I'm not one of those wives that goes all of a sudden, what's it? Oh gosh, what do we call it? It's so weird. The wives call it something where it's they go black. Like all of a sudden it goes black. Like you know how a TV screen goes black and you don't see. Yeah. That's what some wives call it, like going black, because all of a sudden you don't see them for like 3 weeks, a month, 2 months later, and then
there are some times I wouldn't mind not seeing my husband for 2 or 3 weeks. I love him to
I'm
death.
saying after the husband comes back, they don't talk to their friends. They don't. It's all about the husbands. And it's not that I'm not about my husband.
I'll be here knocking at your door saying, Molly,
where you be at? Yeah. So anyway, I thought that I would show the one finish I had, and this is for Paul. It'll go in one of his boxes that we're sending him. So I don't have it all completely finished. I just have it taped right there because I'm going to lace it in the back. But
you lace?
I know how to lace.
Well, I know how, but I don't.
Well, it's going to go in a rack in his boat on his sub. I don't want it to get unraveled. It's linen. It's going to get unraveled if I don't lace it.
Lace it, yeah.
I mean, it's going in a submarine. Scary stuff. So anyway, I want to say this is a hands-on design or hard-on hand, whatever. Anyway, it says, lucky those with the heart. This is just a chipboard heart I had in my scrapbooking stash that I colored with ink. And then
that's pretty cool.
And I stitched it on like a button. I made 2 little holes like a button, and I used Weeks Dye Works up here, a green color. Y'all can figure out what it is because I don't remember. I finished this a couple weeks ago. I don't write stuff down. Why do that, Molly? That makes sense. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to go in a nice little box to him. Our anniversary is March 17th, 2000. So
I was going to say you don't remember your anniversary.
No, I was St. Patty's Day. So anything that's got this has a little special meaning to us.
That's nice.
So that's a finish from me. And then I've got 3 whips to show. I've done other things. I'm just not showing them. I don't know where they are. So this is Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy from,
I like that one.
From Mirabella. And I'm doing that for the... Basically, I'm calling it the Harvest style that they're doing over at Stitch Mania.
Yeah.
There's too many F's in there. So,
yeah.
Hold on. There are too many F's in there. It goes this way. So, that's how far I got. This is one day's, maybe a couple, not even a couple hours worth of work.
I like your rhyme card.
Oh, thank you. Caitlin likes it too. I wonder why. My Little Pony. I'm not going to go into the reasons as to why I had to restart Autumn Owl. Anybody who knows me on Facebook, anybody who follows me on Instagram, y'all know why I had to. Tracy saw the massacre that did happen.
I saw the aftermath.
She saw the aftermath, Tracy. I took pictures of it. She's like, it couldn't be that bad. It was that bad. It's red everywhere. Okay, so I had to restart my Autumn Owl. I finally got my printer to work. Yahoo!
Yoo-hoo!
Woohoo! So that's that, and I actually like it better. I'm using a 25 count Lagana on it. Still not gridding. Don't have any plans on gridding right now or ever. At this point,
takes too much time.
I just want to start stitching.
Yes.
So instead of, I don't know if you remember last time I started going this way, and then I went over down this way, and then I was going back over. Well, this time I'm just doing columns for right now. We'll see if it switches, but I don't know why she's looking at it. She knows what it looks like.
Yeah, I've seen it.
She's like, what's over there? I haven't seen that. Anyway, I love the coverage better. Still doing the cheater stitches, aka 10 stitches, aka somebody told me I wasn't doing 10 stitches right. Explain to me how you know I'm not doing 10 stitches right.
It's just one...
Dude.
How can you...
Because, okay, so now I do it the way, but then, okay, so it's supposed to go in one hole, out this... I don't know. So you go in this way, out this way, and then you would go the opposite. So instead of going this way all the time, so say you go this way with your stitch.
And then the next one you do it the opposite way.
So you go, because of the tension, which I get, guys, perfectly fine. But number one, why would you call me out on that and saying I didn't do it that way unless you were sitting here watching me stitch? You wouldn't know. Number two, what do you do then when you switch the colors? How do you know what hole you went in?
I don't know.
I'm just saying. For the love of Pete, people.
I could say something about holes and remembering which ones you go in, but we're going to try to keep this PG-14.
PG-14?
Or PG-13, sorry.
We're keeping the X rated down a bit. We know
our kids are in the other room.
Besides the kids being in the other room, and my kids are not at all, what do I want to say? My kids are
naive.
Yeah. I don't hide things from my children.
I've never hid anything from my kids.
Well, you know. Whatever.
Well, my daughter's 15. She probably hears more at school than she does at home.
My youngest is 8. I'd rather her hear it from me than hear it from the 20 bazillion children who are going to give whatever piece of information they think they might know.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyway, long story short, we noticed that we had quite a few thumbs down in our last video. We're fine with it.
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't care.
But
we kind of figured maybe it was because of our potty mouths. It's
so
not
we're trying
because
to
of our
keep
potty
a lid
mouths,
on it.
would you at least let us know? I mean, not that we care, but if it is literally because of the fact that we might have let a couple, we didn't let an F word slip by. No, we didn't make it R.
I try not to use the F word unless I'm talking to my husband and I use it toward him. But
yeah,
maybe it's because we're talking.
And again, we're gonna tell you guys one more time. Hold on, please. Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that, guys. My dog kind of went off, and then
She had to yell for herself.
I had to yell, and then it was a thing. And she says next time I should just yell.
I said, "Why'd you pause it? Just yell."
Because it's really loud.
It was funny.
It was really loud, and I don't want when you watch this later on, your dogs are gonna bark because my dog was barking.
Oh, I know.
But he was barking for a reason. There was somebody knocking at the front door, but Caitlin's playing with Samantha, so Caitlin needs to continue to play with Samantha.
Yeah.
And then I was showing her that I got a card.
She got a card from her cable company.
So, there's a lot of long stories going on right now in my life. a lot of long stories.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's my son. One of them is, and this is not, please don't feel bad for me, because she knows that I've done a lot.
Yeah.
This is not a feel bad for me thing at all. But due to two humongous clerical errors on
The Navy's part,
we haven't gotten a paycheck since September 30th. So makes it really hard to pay your bills when you don't have. I made it work for the first 2 weeks afterwards. So for 30 days, I worked on a very limited income, which was fine. I just didn't shop that much, and it was fine. I made it work. I didn't know we were not going to get paid.
Yeah, she didn't think it was going to happen twice.
So then I look again, and what had happened was they messed up my checking account, and they put one wrong digit in there instead of the right digit, and long story short, it'll be 6 weeks, over 6 weeks since I have seen a pay of any sort.
Yeah.
Since we've seen a pay.
But don't worry, it's coming.
Anyway, on top of that, I have gotten really, really, really bad news from the doctor. And Joe's been amazing. She helps, and she takes me to the doctor's appointments and what have you, and it's been great. Which is nice, because sometimes I can't do it on my own.
Oh, yeah, and I'm here to help.
She best not cry, because
I'm trying not to.
It's not been good news. And I don't bring it up on Facebook. Even on my own personal Facebook account, I don't bring it up. So people who know me know that I don't bring it up. But I'm just not doing well. And Paul's still not home. And I'm dealing with a lot of crap. And my cable almost got shut off, because that's what happens when you can't pay a bill.
Yeah.
They had put my bill through, and it bounced because there wasn't money there. I made everything else work. Anyway, long story short, I called up the cable company.
No,
I know, right? Long story short. I called the cable company, and I explained what was going on and everything that's happening to me, and I might have gotten a little bit too real, which was fine, because instead of getting a really mean person, in Connecticut you get two people.
Yeah, you get
the really nice or the really mean. There's no in between.
You get the people who, well, I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
I was really nice with how I explained it. Go into the other explanation. Anyway, so the lady sent me a Hallmark card. I haven't gotten, by the way, any sort of help, card, flowers. I'm not asking for these things. I'm just saying I haven't gotten anything.
She hasn't gotten it from the people that you would expect would send it. Let's put it that way, right?
Not exactly.
Exactly.
I haven't gotten it from
Dad.
Well, Daddy's under the ocean. That was my daughter.
It's kind of hard for him to send a card from under the ocean.
It is. He's way under the ocean.
Unless you have a trained dolphin, but.
But let's just say I haven't gotten a lot of help from the Navy. I haven't gotten any. I haven't gotten even a card from my family. It's just not there. It's not there. So anyway, they wrote. So it says, "Caring thoughts are with you," and then they wrote, "Dear Molly, nothing can ease the difficulty of what is happening in your life, but every day you're wished a little peace of mind." And the lady wrote, "Just wanted to let you know we are thinking about you. Our prayers go out to you and your family." And instead of her writing who it was from, she did write the customer service staff at TBC.
Yeah.
Which I just was like...
Like I said, did you cry when you read it?
I did.
I would have.
I did. I don't
I would
really...
have been...
You know me.
I would have been bawling my
I don't
eyes
show
out.
my emotions a lot. I have a lot of crap that goes on in my life, so it doesn't behoove me to show my emotions 24/7. Otherwise, I'd be a mess. But anyway, that just meant a lot to me, and I just had to share that with her because she knows. She knows, and this isn't like a she knows because I don't want y'all to feel like I'm not. It's like a hierarchy thing. She knows because she's cooler or something.
No,
she
it's
knows
just
because
that
she's here for me the way she needs to be here for me.
And there's a lot of similarity. Well, I don't want to say similarities because I'm not going through what you're going through, and I don't want to belittle what you're going through. But I can empathize.
Yeah.
I can empathize.
We both have a lot of health issues, and instead of her making me feel like some people have made me feel my health issues are minuscule.
They're not.
And they're not. And until the Navy being one. Well, one part of the Navy being one. I can't say it's all the Navy because not all the Navy is being like that, but
no, but
Another side story. When I was really sick before, I had meningitis. It was bad. I almost died. I die a lot. Almost die a lot.
Yeah.
For a person of my age, I've almost died of a blood clot twice. I've almost died of meningitis. I think that's... Oh, and I almost died in a car accident. That's 4 times when you're 36.
I know.
That's quite a bit.
And let's say you only have 9 lives. You better be careful.
I only got 5 more left. They best go not happen until
put
90.
You in bubble wrap you.
Anyway, so when I had meningitis that time, we were on shore duty in upstate New York. And Paul was LPO then, which is a leading petty officer for those who don't know what that means. And I had to stay at, I want to say it was, was it Albany Med? Oh gosh, I wish Paul was here. He can remember everything. I don't think it was. I think it was St. Mary's. Is St. Mary's a hospital in Albany? Anyway, either which way, I had to stay there for 10 days. I was in an isolation unit. And when I got, they had sent flowers almost every day. They had done a whole, so this is what I was used to before. They had done a collection, and it's not like you expect it, because I didn't even know that was ever going to happen, but the guys had done a collection, and they knew I was going through something terrible. And then they did a whole spa day for me for the extra money they had left. So I had gotten fresh flowers every day that I was in the hospital. I had gotten cards every day I was in the hospital. And then on top of that, I had a spa day. Wow. And I'm not saying this is what I want. I'm not.
No.
Please, guys, I'm really getting tired that I had to even explain to people that that's what I'm explaining, that I don't want this stuff. But it's just, it's a different Navy, I guess, now. And it's...
I think it depends on where you're stationed and probably the people that are on the boat, because I know David's dad was retired from the Navy, and he was his rank was as high as you can go before you get
E9.
He was a, what was he? He was a
E9.
E9. I don't know, but he was as high as he could go. And he's told me before, it was one of these things that, you know, if his dad heard that someone on the boat that he was on, if their wife was going through something, it's like the husband, it wasn't the wives that did it was the husbands that would say, you need to go tell your wife, you know, this is going on, and they would help, they would support each other.
Yeah. Because
that's just, you know,
that's just how it is. And now I do have to say that the ombudsman here has been extremely amazing. This past week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I did have a dinner sent to me through the Sunshine Committee, because I can't explain. I mean, even though I had my makeup on today, I do it because I don't want to look like death, guys. I'm not. She knows what I look like without it. I don't look good. It's a reason why I haven't been doing as many videos, I guess.
She looks better than what she's doing, I guess.
I do.
Yeah.
If I didn't put the makeup on, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
And it makes you feel a little bit better.
It does. Well, I like makeup, so whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Take it or leave it, but she's going to make me take it.
I think they're gonna sit there and stitch. Oh my gosh, I think the girls are gonna stitch together.
Oh my God.
Caitlin, are you looking for... Sorry, guys. Are you
looking... Oh, yeah. My daughter went out in the car and got the project she brought over 2 weeks ago and didn't touch.
She's like, Caitlin, what are you doing?
Huh? What do you need help with?
I don't know what I was doing.
Do you want me to pause it for a second?
No. It's a brand new...
I don't remember what one I was doing.
She doesn't remember which one she was doing.
Do whichever one you want. It doesn't matter.
For the floss.
Oh, you were doing the heart. Okay.
Caitlin, go ahead and pick out what you want to do. Caitlin, I want you to find a kit. Remember? Okay, the kits are in the book. The book right there. That's up. Sorry, guys. Over by the needle minders.
To your right.
The book that's Yep.
It's like that
has the small kits in it. And then you have to make sure it's a kit I say okay to. Oh, Caitlin! Pick it up. Sorry. Everybody sees real life today.
And yeah, I know. And just to FYI, we don't edit anything out. Do y'all hear that over there?
My poor daughter.
Yeah,
Julius is like, what's going on? I gotta find out.
There goes the dog. Yeah, we're not going to edit this out.
No.
Because we don't edit things out.
The only thing I edit is when I had to yell it to my son because it is rather loud and I don't want
Yeah,
to.
she has a big mouth.
I do. I have a big mouth and I need to. So anyway, I have been taken care of in small ways by the FRG. It just hasn't been in the ways that, and I
really
don't
need.
expect it. But right now, guys, I am really sick. I have to take a lot of drugs to make it through the day. And I don't mean
a lot is an understatement, guys.
And it's not like they're pain meds, guys. So don't take it. It's a lot of different types of. She sees that I've probably taken between 20 and 30 pills a day. Between the vitamins.
I thought I took a lot.
Between the vitamins and the shots that I take, and it's just I'm sick.
She's got her own pharmacy here.
I don't want to, but it'll make me better. So
yeah, you'll get there.
I'll get there. That's the way I look at it. And I think that's the other thing that people don't. I have been told I have too positive of a personality to be this sick. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, that's like saying. So I should be sad 24/7?
I don't want to live my life that way. I mean,
I can't. If I sit here and I think about, I'm not like a lot of people. I can't sit there and think about what's going on with me all the time because if I do, I think I would. I know me. I would go in the deep dark hole and I would not come out. And I can't. Here. I've got 3 kids. I can't do that.
I mean, it's same, especially with everything that went on with me this summer. I mean, my mother passes away, and then 10 weeks later, my dad passes away, and then I have the evil step siblings, and all that crap, and it's like I should be depressed 24/7, but I don't want to live my life that way. I got kids. I don't want my kids to, it's just
that's not fair to the kids. My kids didn't ask for me to be sick, and her kids didn't ask, and no, you may not do, my boo. Caitlin, honey, can you hold, just wait a minute, guys.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Okay.
All right, we had to get our girls set up with their cross stitch.
Yeah, they're sitting over there cross stitching together.
But long story short, we just don't let the things that's happening to us in life bring us down.
I can't.
Yeah, it's just not only that.
But it's fine if other people want to. I think the biggest thing that I think you and I have come to terms with is that just because you and I feel this way doesn't mean that's how everybody else feels.
Everyone else is entitled to feel the way they feel. It's just that for our personal lives, I can't do it.
And
it's like I told you the other day,
bless you.
I'm tired of, I want to be able to think and talk about my mother and not burst into tears.
It'll happen one of these days.
Yeah, it will.
And until then, I'm here when you need me.
Yeah, I know. So,
because I did go through the same thing where my mom died very suddenly from a blood clot. It was 12 years ago in October. And I don't know, sometimes I see a photo or I hear a song or Caitlin did something or the boys did something and I want to tell her still 12 years later. You still cry. It's going to happen. It is what it is. And grief is always going to be there. I think that I hate when people go,
you should be over it by now.
No, not even that. Like my dad, I didn't like how my dad goes, well, you're right, Mom, there's not a time limit on grief, and I'm over it. He wasn't over it. He didn't allow himself to grieve.
Yeah.
But he said that so he felt better to date somebody 6 weeks after my mom passed away. And again, I need to reiterate, my mom did not pass away from anything that anybody knew about. She passed away from a blood clot after knee surgery.
Very so unexpected.
And then my dad starts dating somebody 6 weeks later, and 2 weeks after they started dating, she had my mother's engagement ring on her finger.
God.
My dad I wasn't allowed to grieve. The lady her name was Elfie. I may have called her the Elfinator. I did call her the Elfinator. There was no nay, and I called it to her face, and she knows it. She was not good for the family. She's not good.
She's not in his life anymore. So
but she's not. Lynn is, and Lynn is wonderful. He did have 2 other people in between Elfie and Lynn that were not good either, but finally we're fine. But I do believe grief can take as long as you want it to, whether you want it. It's all about how you deal with it. It's not so much about the time period, it's how you deal with it. And there's dealing with it, and then there's not dealing with it. My father never dealt with it until just recently.
Yeah. And that's not good. You've got to deal with it.
It was only until recently that he allowed me to even talk about my mom. You don't even, the things that they would say, it was horrible. Anyway, this is not about cross-stitching.
I know, and we're so
The reason that I brought up the card was because it was something that, one of the few things, I'm not bringing this up to, I don't, you know what? I don't care.
We don't want sympathy.
If you guys think that I want sympathy, then you guys can think that. I can't help what other people think.
Yeah.
I don't want sympathy. It's why I don't ever... I had somebody once tell me that they didn't... It bothered me when they said something to me to the effect that they couldn't understand what I was going through because I don't talk about it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
But you shouldn't
and
have
I shouldn't
to be
have
able,
to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is what I'm going through. If I told you guys... It's funny because my doctor has said, I have never met a person having to go through so many horrible things at once without the support of family, without the support of her husband, because my husband's not here, not because he wouldn't support me if he was here, but
yeah.
And you're doing it, and you're doing it with a smile on your face. And I said, because I have to.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, that wasn't taking her toys away.
She took my toy away. It hurts.
You're lucky you're not on blood thinners.
I am.
You're lucky you're not on the shots then. Because that would have... I've been like... going to the hospital because I pinpricked my finger.
Wow.
So,
it's because I got fat fingers. It's just too much fat there. Okay.
So, when I don't want to talk about... This meant a lot. Getting a card meant a lot. And I'm not saying this so you all send me cards. I'm saying it because it meant something to me. And
you wanted to share.
And I wanted to share. And it was standing right there because I didn't know where Brenda put it. So, that is another one that I got finished. Was Autumn Owl. We'll get back to cross-stitching now.
Yeah.
Okay, my last thing that I've been working on.
This is beautiful. Wait till you see it. And it's not even finished, and it's still beautiful.
Hopefully. Yeah, we had to turn on the big light for the girls so they could see their cross-stitch patterns. Ah!
Uh-oh. Something just fell.
Lost your pin. I'll fix it.
She lost my toy.
I did. And on here, I got a lovely little surprise from Joe. But anyway, I had to finally get...
You do?
Yeah, I put that on there. See?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is Angel of Love. I've gotten quite a bit on it. What did you
Can I do without the thingy?
Yeah, you can do it without the thingy. So this is how much I've gotten done on Angel of Love. I really love how it's coming together. I don't know if you guys.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm sure that the video's not doing it justice. You need to see it in person. So everyone get in the car and come on over. No.
There's a lot of beads. I mean, I know that Tracy has said this a lot too. There's a lot of beads, but I think Emily C., aka Eclectic Possession, said there's over 4,100 beads, I want to say, on this. And of those 4,100, over 3/4 is just where I'm at right now, which is the skirt of the dress, which reminds me a lot of the kiss, the robe in the portrait called The Kiss.
Yes.
Because it's all, but this is, I don't know if you guys can see. No, probably not. But look at all those beads.
I would say probably about half of what you see on there is beads. Not stitches, but actual beads. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
And, I know we all sit here and we say, God, beading is such a pain in the butt, or how could you bead as you go? This is definitely one of those, if had I not beaded as I went, I would have messed up. Okay, I'm going to move the phone because we're using my phone, so you guys can kind of see, hopefully. Okay. So hopefully they're not going to, let me see.
Can you see what you got?
Yeah. You guys, can you even...
Okay, that's a good spot right there.
Look at that. Almost all of that is beads. I'd almost say there's more beads on there than there are actual cross stitches. So,
Yeah.
okay, putting you back. Hopefully.
There we go.
Paching.
It took us 20 minutes a while ago to get it right.
So, also, definitely, again, I will tell you, you want to do this on a 28 count. The beads are still going to be a bit wibbly wobbly on there, a bit scrunched up, nowhere near as the 32 count. But I'm fine with it. It's still, it looks handmade. It doesn't,
Yeah.
I don't want it to look like it's, I'm not, more power
You
to
don't
the,
want it to look like it was machine made.
yeah.
That's why
and
I
more
don't mind,
power to
you know.
people who want it to look like that. That's perfectly fine, you guys. Go ahead and you do that. That's fine. I don't. That's me. And that's fine for me. Also, the other thing is, I did not, the DMC that they call for this for the gold, for the metallic gold, they don't make it any longer, which is good. And so they, you know, everybody,
Which is good.
because it sucks, but everybody has said, oh, then you use blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. With blah, blah, blah 1 is the new DMC gold, which is no, I don't like that. And blah, blah, blah 2 was the Krennic. And no, because you have to use a lot of it. I can't explain to you how much gold is on here.
There's a lot of gold.
There's a lot of gold, metallic gold. So I said, no, I'm going to use my Petite Treasure braid. I love Petite Treasure braid anyway. And at first, I was using just one strand of it, and it's not working. So I'm actually going over, because I started doing 2 strands. You can see.
Yeah. It looks a lot better, too.
It looks a lot better, and because when I get to this part right here, guys, it's going to start being the blue. Okay, and this part where the gold is, I don't know if you can see that, the gold right here-ish, that ends up being like it's a part of the robe where it curves in, and you need to see the gold. It's an actual, it's not like it's almost like an embellishment of it, so it needs to be seen. Otherwise, I would have just put gold beads in, and I actually thought that they were gold beads when I looked at the photo, and it's not. It's the gold. So I would not suggest using Krennic because it's a lot of gold that you have to use.
Yeah.
A lot of gold. Even if you used a number 4 braid, no. Or a number 8 braid, I mean, no. No. Because you're going to feel like you're ripping the fabric every time. You're not ripping it. Heads up. But coming from somebody who is working on this, and I'm very honest, not like mean honest, I'm just honest about how I go through with stuff. I would do 2 strands of Petite Gold Treasure braid, and I would make sure that they're from the same dye lot, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to look right. So, those are the things that I'm currently working on. And I'm just going to show you 2 things that Joe gave me. Well, 3 things that Joe gave me. Because she likes to.
Person.
She is. She's a very nice person. And she got me 2 needle minders from Gina's. There we are.
Yeah.
I haven't named this one yet. But this is Oliver the Owl. Because, come on, I mean, he looks like an Oliver.
Yes.
Yeah. So she got me those. I love those. And she just got this for me today.
Yeah, it just came in yesterday.
From Soda Stitch. So I can't
Came
wait
in a lot
to do
faster
that.
than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. I can't wait to do this. And I just saw somebody on Stitch Mania was doing this and it went rather fast. So
I love the one that looks like he's drunk.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it as a whole, and then I think I'm gonna have Caitlin pick out what she thinks is her favorite, and maybe that'll be the one that'll teach her how to do fractal stitches.
Stitches, yeah.
So, because this is a very, I mean, I really wish I could show you the charts. For those of you that have Soda Stitch, that you know how easy the charts are to look at. So
that's the first Soda Stitch I ever ordered.
And she got it for me because I'm special.
It's the only one I've ordered.
I want to make sure I have that in there.
Yeah, don't lose that.
When you lose it, I finally got my my printer to work, so I was happy about that. So I've had. It's got a top.
I know, but when a drink spills, I mean, come on, you can't help but make that noise, right?
So I also got, crap. I won't show that one. I won't show it because I'm not very happy with it. I got
The fob?
I got a fob from Gina's. And I was so excited to get it. It was so different because I can, if I wanted to, I can make my own fobs. But this one had the snow globe in it. And I was like, ooh, I couldn't wait. Number one, it's glass on a fob.
It's going to be broken soon.
It's going to be broken soon.
Very soon.
Number two, the glitter's already coming out of it.
Did you figure out how it's coming out?
I don't know how it's coming out. I haven't done anything to it.
You've only had it for a couple of days too, right?
I won't go there either.
Okay. I'm not going to go there.
But the other thing that I will go with is that I got, as did she, I had to pick it up from the floor because I got one for her.
Yeah, it's what she took away from me.
She wouldn't
Took away
stop
my toy.
fricking her finger. Ow! Well, it's a needle.
It hurt.
I got some counting pins because, as you guys know, I don't grid my fabric. So I got a couple of counting pins.
Aren't those adorable?
And they're so cute. And I really like them. And then I got two of these and one of them's hers.
Yeah, she took it away from me though.
It's right here on the floor.
I know. You don't have to bend down and pick it up. That's what we got kids for.
But while I'm picking that up, you can show.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Now, I don't have, since my last video, I don't have any finishes. Because the last thing I finished was the...
Don't poke yourself.
Okay, I won't poke myself, I promise.
No, I don't believe you.
I haven't poked myself in a while. No, never mind.
You just poked yourself.
Well, that's not what I was thinking. But anyway.
Oh, shut up. G-rated.
I know, I'm sorry. The last thing I finished, what was the last thing I finished I showed in my last video was, Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I haven't finished anything since then because my other two projects I'm doing are quite big. Now, I did get some progress. I forgot. Huh?
Slurp.
All right, hang on. She said something that made me laugh. So anyway, I forgot to bring 99 bottles, but I did get another row done on 99 bottles. And then I did that, and then I went back to this one, and I don't know if I showed the full picture of this. This is what I'm doing for the can y'all see it? See. This
We ask like they're going to talk to us through the camera.
I know. Well, you know, I'm
Y'all
sitting,
see that?
I sit here, and in my mind, I see them saying, "Yes, we see it, Joe. Yes, we see it." So, this is what I'm doing for the one with all the F's for Stitch Mania, because it covers all the F's in my book. And this is where I've gotten so far.
I think it's so pretty. I love the colors.
I do too. I'm actually making this for my brother for Christmas. But yes, I love the old car. I mean, it's really turning out great. I'm really loving it. Well, I wasn't loving it though last night. Let me tell you.
No. Which is why you brought something else to stitch on, right?
Yeah, in case I didn't want to work on this. This one almost went flying last night because, see this little spot right here? Whoops. See this little section right? Oh, I'll use this.
Will you figure out a finger that we don't need to blur out?
Yeah, no. This spot right here, this little few stitches, I have to frog that today. And it'll be the third time I'm frogging that little bitty area because I miscount, which is odd because I've never miscounted this much before. I don't know what was wrong with me last night.
I don't
know. So that I didn't get much stitching done yesterday because I put it away because it was like I was done. I had to put it away. I got a hair on it. Hang on, I can't stand hair on my, especially if it's my hair. I'm putting it on your floor just to let you know.
Thank God I got a Roomba.
I know. So that's what I'm working on now. If I decide not to work on that today, She brought over a red packet. Yes. I brought this over to start. Can you see it?
When they answer you, that's when we run.
Yeah. It says, in case you can't read. I'm sorry, I gotta do that. If at first you don't succeed, do what your wife said.
I think that should be tattooed on every husband. Or spouse.
I'm making this for my son-in-law for Christmas. So, I might start that today.
Okay.
That's all I got for whips.
Hold on just a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to just talk to her about the fact that we're going to make this into 2 separate videos.
So that it doesn't get cut off like my last one did.
We
'Cause
just
that would just literally
that would
tick
really
me off.
stink. So, okay, so our next thing that we want. I can't take her anywhere.
I lost a little
I
thingy
love you
on here.
dearly. That came from Caitlin's earring too. So.
Well, I got a whole bunch of them at home, but I was
Until
just...
then, she will prick herself. I love her dearly. She loves to prick herself for whatever reason. Ooh, what does this do?
I gotta prick
Ouch.
myself there 3 times a day anyway.
Yeah,
So.
but you don't need to do it more than that. I gotta do it twice.
I know.
My stupid belly button looks like a
Where'd
bruise.
it go? Is that it? No, it's not it. Is that
Caitlin.
it? No. Okay, never mind. I'll put it down.
Honey, Caitlin, can you get another clear earring
Oh,
back?
no, that's okay, sweet pea.
Please, for Miss Jo is going to end up pricking her finger again and bleeding
Well,
all
it
over
had
her.
that thing on it when I pricked it the first time. Cause
Would you like it to go all the way in?
no, I'm
Caitlin,
gonna.
honey?
You know what? I'm gonna put it in my
Never
box.
mind then. Okay, Miss Jo said never mind too. Are you guys stitching over there?
I haven't started yet.
Do you need help?
No.
We're going to get over there and we're never going to get stitching done because Caitlin's going to be like, I don't know what to do. Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is, now, number one, we want to tell everybody this has nothing to do with being against anybody, okay? Okay, that was said.
What are we fixing to talk about?
The Facebook group.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. We have, now, first off, it was Joe's idea first.
Yes.
And then she couldn't figure out how to do a group, so
No,
it's a
I'm not very technically.
It was
It
was a button. Anyway, you gotta
She
understand.
puts up with me because she likes me.
I do this out of love with her. Please do not think that this
Here,
is...
take those away.
She can't play with anything. Okay, so
If y'all remember in my last video, I talked about how I was thinking about a Facebook group that focuses on finishing your finishes and finishing, because I think that's a cool idea. I mean, like I said, I have nothing against doing starts because you can't do a finish until you. I think there's.
can't have a finish until you do a start.
I think there's 3 types, but I'm going to talk about 2.
There's a lot of types, I think, of stitchers.
But I'm going to talk about the 2 opposite ends. I think you got the serial starters, and you got the serial finishers, and there's nothing wrong with being either one.
No,
I think though that I fall into the category of the serial finisher.
I'm in between. You know that.
Yeah, and I say that because it was just the way I was raised. My mother was very, very firm about you start what you finish. Didn't matter what it was. If you start something, you finish it.
Then you married David.
Then I married my husband. Well, my husband doesn't start anything, so he can't finish it. So, but anyway, so that was ingrained in me. So that's why I've always done one whip at a time, because I was always taught you start it, you finish it. So, you know, with everything. I mean, I can't think of the number of books my mother made me finish because I started them.
Oh my God!
Didn't like them, and then she says, "No, you start it, you finish it." And if
I
you
don't have that. Thank goodness. If I
so-
don't like it, I'm not spending my time on it.
So that's why I always did one whip at a time, because it was ingrained that I had to finish it before I could start something else. Well, now that I'm back into cross stitching, I realize that I can't do that now because I couldn't work on a heaven and earth design, which I want to do, and do just that one. I don't think I could do it. So, and not because I would get bored with it. I think it's because it would take so long before I have a finish that I would get discouraged.
It does.
I got to have finishes.
Yeah.
So that I'm very proud of myself. I mean, y'all just don't know how big of a deal this is. I'm very proud of myself that I can do more than one whip at a time. But my focus is still on getting them finished, because that's why I do them. I do them because I love to cross stitch, and I want to get it finished so I can get it framed or however I'm going to FFO it, and then either display it or give it to someone who I know would appreciate it. I forget where I was going with this now. So
Because we're going to start, we've started a group.
Yep.
It's called Cross Stitch Finish Line.
I thought of that.
She did. And basically it is, we're not out here to talk about how bad it is to start things, because if you don't start something, obviously you can't finish
it, yeah.
And hey, I've got 15, 20 whips. I mean, I don't think I have that many actually, but and I'm gonna do, a new whip whenever I want to. I'm not as strict as her, which is, again, you guys understand, obviously we're still very, very close friends. I don't care about how she does, but I also
whatever works for her works for her.
Exactly.
Whatever works for me works for me. Yeah.
And what we have just noticed lately, and this, please, I hate that I even have to say this because I'm really getting tired of people
taking things the wrong way.
Please stop taking it personally, because this isn't against you guys. Yeah. This is totally because we wanted to start something, and guess what? We can. It's called free will. We're allowed to do what we want to. We felt that there's so much talk about all these new starts that there's never been a talk about any of the finishes.
Yeah.
And she was, she kept going, oh gosh, I just, what about the finishes? And I said, well, why don't we just start a group about finishes? What's the big deal? I mean, they're doing what they want to do, and that's fine.
More power to them. I enjoy watching it and everything. It's just that,
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm the only one who feels this way, because when I mentioned it in my video, I mean, I've had a lot of people saying, oh yeah, I'm going to join. That'd be great. I'd join. So it's just the way you approach your.
Hold on a second. What, Caitlin?
Oh.
Can I do half stitches on this one?
No, baby, because some of them are half stitches. She wants to do the cheater stitches on everything, and I'm like, no, it can only be on full coverage. What, Brendan?
How much dinner for?
How long is dinner going to be?
How much dinner for?
That is exactly what I just said. It's going to be a little bit, okay?
Tell you what, dinner's going to be good. She's making stew, and she makes the best stew. I can smell it now.
I call it bang and beef stew.
It's good.
It's really good. So anyway, I said to her, instead of us getting maybe, letting that be the attention, why don't we have attention be put on some finishes? And I think the only way to do that for us is to, it's not because, hey, love us because we are going to start a new group. It's because we really want to focus on the finishes. And by the way, this doesn't mean you can't start stuff.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Because we're still starting things.
Yeah,
there is nowhere in there does it say that you can only have one whip at a time, or you have to have 30 whips at a time.
That's not it. No.
This has nothing to do with that at all. It has to do with, hey, what can we do to get you to help finish something?
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. I mean, can we there's your dog again. This dog literally has to go out every 20 minutes. He's got a very small bladder.
No, he wants attention.
Yeah, no. But no, this is just,
it is us trying to say we would like for some attention, or some of the attention to be put on, let's help
people finish.
Not just people, let's help ourselves finish.
Yeah.
And, we were saying, hey, we'll do sales.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be like, certain things are where the sales are, you have to start it on this day and it needs to be finished by this day. It has nothing to do with that. It does help. It's like, maybe one of the sales is going to be pick up something that you have halfway finished and
focus on
finishing it. Doesn't need to be your only focus piece.
You know what else I thought? I haven't told. This is the first time I'm telling her. What about a finish round robin? Blah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I suck at sending things. It's perfect for everybody else. Mm-hmm. You are great go ahead.
Yeah, a finished round robin. You have a piece that needs to be finished, and get a group, and then we help you finish it. That'd be perfect.
As long as I don't have to go to the post office, it's fine.
As long as you don't have to do what?
Go to the post office. You can take us to the post
I'll
office.
take you to the post office.
She knows. It's different when I can send it by PayPal, and you know how the post office will come right to your door. That's fine. I have issues sending things.
I'll go to the post office for you.
I'm just saying, my only beef with that is I need to make sure it's something I'd want to work on. I know that I don't want to, guys, you have to understand. No, you don't have to understand. I don't know where my time is anymore. I don't know what I have left any longer, and I don't want to be spending it on stuff I'm not going to like cross-stitching.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So that's just my thing. It's why I really haven't joined any round robins. Not because, I mean, hopefully I don't have to think like that, but, and she doesn't like me talking about that, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. She's like, shut up, Molly.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, that's what we wanted to also discuss is, hey, we want to have this group where it's like, show the finishes. Be happy about the finishes.
Somewhere where we can celebrate the finishes a little bit more than we celebrate
366 starts.
darts. Yeah. Not that there's nothing wrong with that.
And
hey,
I hate that we have to keep saying
I
that.
know it. Because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's not,
We
we're not
don't.
doing this to hurt people's feelings. It's just that, you know.
Enough's enough. Can we start celebrating the finishes?
Yeah. That's all. Because, like I said.
I mean, and more power to everybody who wants to do all the starts.
And
honestly,
I'm looking forward to seeing them all. I really am.
I am, because you know what I end up doing? I end up getting quite a wish list going.
Yeah, you guys don't know how many items are on my wish list because of you.
If there is something that has taught me without having a paycheck for 6 weeks, I don't have to buy that much anymore. I like what I have at home too.
Yes.
And maybe that'll also help people go, I really want to work on this instead of buying such and such and such and such and feeling the whole, I don't know. And this is something that's been going around the other parts of the people who I talk to, and as a she who we talk to in the cross-stitching community, of we feel like it's keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah. And
what happened to
cross
just
stitch
the
shouldn't
fun?
be that way.
No, well, it can be. If you want it to be, that's fine. I guess I needed to stop being that way for me. And when a certain group decided to kick me out because they didn't believe that I was sick, and it happened to be...
How rude.
It is what it is. Life goes on. And so they kicked me because I didn't get a hold of somebody who I had bought something from right away. I was in the hospital. I'm sure that was just not on my list of what my priorities were during that week. But anyway, once I got off that list, I don't feel the need to have to buy everything anymore, guys.
Yeah.
It's been kind of freeing to enjoy, like, I love stitching on my things I'm stitching on right now. It's been so nice.
And I got several little packets like this at home of things I'm going to start. So, I mean, I'm only doing 2 whips now. This will be my 3rd. I'm sure at one point in time I'm going to be up to maybe 5 or 6.
Which is fine.
Can you believe it?
Which we should have a party, and we may do that.
Yes.
There might be some wine.
Mom.
It might be, Schwann's. Caitlin Deborah. Okay, honey, are you stitching?
I stopped.
Okay.
Stop.
Because we're not over there.
Yeah.
So anyway, we wanted to talk about that. If you guys have any questions about it, we will eventually put the link down below.
She will, because I don't know how.
I will be putting it down below in the box that's down there. So we also want to talk about, this kind of started with Adele and I talking about doing a Haid style together. And she was going to do Ganesha, and I was going to do Faces of Fairy, I believe. One of the Faces of Fairy. And I picked...
Those the big eye girls?
Yeah, for some odd reason, now I love them. Guys, you don't understand. Like, a couple months ago, you couldn't have paid me to have stitched it at all. I thought they were...
They've grown on her.
They've been beyond grown on me. Now I love them. I'm a weirdo. But anyway...
remember our first tag and I talked about meeting people who are weirdos?
Wackadoo.
Wackadoo.
So, I decided that I would do one that hopefully, because I do the cheater stitches and all that, I would get done before Caitlin's birthday, maybe. It's the Faces of Fairy. I don't remember what number it is. It's the one with the unicorn. And it's perfect.
It's Caitlin's birthday.
February 21st. Like I said, it may or may not be done by then. I'm not really pushing it. If anything,
she meant her 13th birthday.
It might be done by Christmas. It's not a big one.
It's not?
No, they're all quick stitches. Not that means anything, but because I do it in a cheater stitch, and I am looking at probably at that point on my 3rd or 4th surgery by then. I might have some time in the hospital.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Adele and I were talking, and I said, gosh, a lot of us are starting, Haids or full coverages in the beginning of the year. We should try to see if we can get a Flosstube Haid / full coverage sale together. And I said, do you think people would be interested? I said, I don't know how many people really watch my videos.
Who, Adele?
Me.
Oh.
Adele has a ton of people.
I know.
I love Adele. And
she's awesome.
She was like, "Oh yeah, we should totally do it," and in her Scottish accent that I cannot even come close to recreating. So she said, "Well, I'll wait till you say something." So this is me saying something that I want to. Hold on a second, Caitlin, Deborah, turn that off. She's got headphones. Anyway, this is me officially saying I would like to start a HAID / full coverage, open to anybody, whether you're a commenter on Flosstube, whether you're a Flosstuber itself. I don't know if I'll start a Facebook group. If there's enough, I'll start a Facebook group. If not, this can be any. This could be one that you have half done. This could be one that you go, gosh, I really don't want to. I wanted to work on it, but it drives me crazy. This could be one that you haven't started yet. This could be one that you're. I know that, for instance, I'm also doing a mini tea rose garden, I think it's called, that Chandra and Adele put together. I have that one almost ready to go. It can be part of that one. Anyone. It doesn't matter if it's in 4 other styles that you're doing this with. I just thought it would be neat as a Flosstube community to come together, kind of like how Mrs. Milky Bar Kid did the mirror one, and have it be, you know, your HAID / full coverage. Again, it does not need to be a HAID. It can be any full it does need to be some sort of full coverage. Whether it's a dimensions kit, whether it's from Tilton Crafts, whether it's from something you got off of Etsy, Mystic Stitches, Charting Creations, any of those. As long as it is a full coverage piece, I would like to invite anybody who is on Flosstube, whether you have videos, whether all you do is comment, whatever it is, we are a smaller community, what be it. You don't have to work on it every day. I would just like to see how we go from the beginning of the year, and you can start at any point in January, just as long as at some point in January you show some sort of a stitch in it.
Yeah.
Whether, and like I said, this could already have been started. What I would not like to see it be something where you only have like, if it could try to be at least not halfway, more than halfway done, I think. Yeah. Because I would like it to, you know, oh look, we came from here and we're going to here.
You want to see a large.
Yeah, I would like to see
a lot of progress.
I would like to see some progress from the beginning of the year to the end of the year.
My first one is just going to be a blank piece of fabric because I'm doing. In fact, on the way over here,
she went to Joann's. She's got 2 bags.
2 bags.
It could be because of me, or not. It is.
This is for the bookshelves that she racked me.
That Caitlin and I got you.
Yeah, Caitlin. And this one is for the Tilton Crafts on
up on the rooftop.
Up on the rooftop
that I racked her. So.
And not only did I get the floss, but I got 2 containers, which I gave the bobbins that came with them to Molly because they're plastic, and you guys know me, I don't like plastic.
But anyway, so if there is, oh, Brennan, keep that door open. That actually helped a little bit. Yeah. If there is a lot, I might do. I don't feel the need to have to want to do a big Facebook group. This isn't something where we're all like, oh, it's just the Flosstube community. Maybe, you know, we'll bring in the Instagrammers.
Told my daughter on the way over here that I might have to join Instagram.
I told her, I've been pushing her to join Instagram for, what, 2 months now?
But then she got worried because then she says, well, if you follow me, you'll see everything I put on Instagram. So now I'm thinking. You wouldn't accept your mother? Did you hear that? My daughter wouldn't accept me.
Just don't put silly stuff up there. I am so glad. Can I tell you guys something? I am so glad that I am 36 and that when I was her age, she's 15, her daughter, I did not have Instagram. I did not have Facebook. And there is hardly an internet. Because my lifestyle did not need to be on the interwebs.
When I was 15, not only we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have cable.
Sorry. Why is my chair moving? Is he moving my chair?
Maybe you have a ghost.
Did you saw the chair move, right?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. There's nobody in the chair, sorry. My chair was moving and my lamp is there. I know it was only $30, but that's my daylight lamp.
Speaking of lamps, I need to tell them about the lamp.
Yeah, but okay, we'll
finish this first.
We got to go through this. So anyway, we wanted to talk about the Hade, and this is now fully out there. I don't know if we want to do it as the hashtag of Hade, Flosstube, Sal. Probably that would probably work.
Yeah.
Hade hashtag.
I'll have to learn how to do hashtags.
It's literally hashtag Hade, Flosstube, Sal.
No.
It without spaces, and don't put parentheses or commas or anything in that. You just use word or letters. That's it. No symbols except for the hashtag.
Okay.
/# because that's what it is for us old people.
Old people.
I'm 36. I'm old. So anyway, if there's more than, it would be, me and Adele and Joe right now, and I hope Shan gets into it.
I'm sure we're gonna have.
Maybe I can get Annie into it over at anybody, anyone who
I'm
watches
sure we'll have
them.
a lot of people that will get into it.
I don't know how many people watch me. It can be
I watch your videos.
Well, thank you. I watch yours.
No, thank you.
Tracy, if you would like to get into it, that would be awesome. But it does need to be. It can be it can be something you started. Like for instance, Tracy has her Eric, her dragon that she started. Just anything. I think it would be fun to see us going, oh, look at the progress. And something that, when you're on Instagram, you can pull that up off Instagram. Maybe Emily C., a.k.a. Eclectic Possessions, would be interested in doing it. And then we can see how it goes off on Instagram. Because I would just like to see this be something that would...
Separate from Facebook. Is that what you...
Well, it can be Facebooky too, but I think that we have just so many where... We can go, okay, we have Sal's for Facebook. It's not hard to find Sal's in Facebook groups, but it is harder to find Sal's for us who maybe don't go on Facebook as much. Okay, Alexander James Peckham.
Yeah?
Stop moving my chair. You heard me out. So, one of the last things that we wanted to talk about on this video was chat about our last video that we did.
Yeah.
Number one, thank you to everyone.
Very much.
We were overwhelmed.
I'm in awe.
I'm in disbelief.
I know. All
we did was talk to each other like we always do.
I know. And it was
weird.
It was.
We're like, really?
I mean,
us?
I wasn't. We got how many views was it?
I don't know. 895, I think, the last time I checked.
And
I could be really wrong because I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because I wanted to see what number of video I was at to put up for here.
But we weren't expecting. We were not expecting.
No.
The response that we got on those.
People talk about responses to their videos, and I guess I just never. I don't want to. I don't want to sound like I'm all that in a bag of chips.
No, because we're not.
Good God, I'm not. I have a bag of chips now.
I can eat a bag of chips.
I think I might have some on my behind right now. And my hips and my thighs.
Thighs, yeah.
But we just didn't. We just didn't think that was gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
We just thought.
And that not only
we were actually kind of worried.
Yeah.
Because we can be a bit much. Or we've been
and
told.
we've toned it down on this one a little bit.
Oh, we really did,
yes,
guys. We watched our potty mouths. I told her I needed to watch the potty mouth anyway. I am one of the few parents out there who thinks my kids are going to hear this stuff anyway. I'd rather them hear it from my mouth.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't want my kids
don't want it
going into school thinking it's okay to say it. They know not to say it. So I have really toned down my language at home. But I do, because my kids watch what I watch. Can you keep that open, sweetheart? Thank you. My kids watch what I watch on television for the most part. We watch Doctor Who. We watch all this.
Doctor Who.
And we're not going to... I'm not going to say to them, okay, close your ears every time there's a foul language. Yeah. It's different when they're seeing naked people. I don't want them seeing that yet. Yeah. But I think we definitely toned it down. We're wondering if that's why we had all the The thumbs down. It's not
Oh,
because
it was
we
what, 5?
9.
9?
9.
It's up to 9. Ooh. I don't know. I don't
And
care.
I said, well, maybe that's why I said maybe we should just at least watch the language, because number one, guys, we don't. When I watch my Flosstube videos, I don't think about you guys going, oh my gosh, or does everybody go out and want to watch these in front of their kids? Because if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. This
yeah.
is your decision to make. But we're adults, and we're going to say adult stuff. And I shouldn't. I'm stopping my own personal thing because I just don't want. I used to not be a big person who used to swear for a very long time because I had very small kids. I didn't want those being their first words.
Yeah.
And then my kids grew up and I kind of grew out of it. And it's having a trucker's language isn't something for me to be proud of.
I mean, my youngest is 15, so that, I mean, and well, mine were spaced out too, shoot. But anyway, yeah, same thing. When they were little, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's just when they got older.
And I'm also noticing my kids are having their friends over, and I don't want them to have to go, oh, crap, mom's going to say a bad word. So for me, I'm definitely toned down more this time. But I honestly, when you guys swear on your videos, I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
My kids know that they're bad words, and bad words happen in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't shelter my kids from the real world.
I don't either, because you shelter your kids from the real world. Then what's going to happen when they go out there? They're going to be they're not. In my opinion,
they also hear a lot worse even in school, and I'd rather them hear it from me. We've already had quite a few talks about all the other stuff that I know a lot of parents don't want to talk about with their kids, and that's fine. But that being said, if that was the reason that you guys thumbed down, we would have just appreciated to know that instead of, because it was like, oh, well, why did we... I don't know. It's not because I don't want to be like, hold on a second. Alexander James Peckham. He's going to knock down my lamp. That's why I'm yelling at him, because that's my daylight lamp and it's expensive and he needs to stop. So anyway, we just kind of
we're just curious.
We're just curious, and it's not because we're going to change ourselves to make us be better for you guys.
Well, my thing is, my whole theory is
you don't like
if someone's doing something I don't particularly like or something,
just turn it off.
Exactly. Or if I am going to say something, I'm going to say something to them.
Yeah.
Like if I'm this has never happened, but if I am watching someone's video and you say or do something that is very offensive to me, I'm not just going to give you a thumbs down. I might send you a private message and say, hey, I mean, I don't know.
We're not taking this. We didn't take it badly anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, care.
People can give me thumbs down.
It was just more like we just wanted to know what we needed to work on, I think.
Yeah.
And if it's because you just didn't like our viewpoints, that's fine too, because we're not going to change our views.
No.
I mean, that's why you
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
She said a bad word, not me. But
hey, Organic Granny gave me permission to say ass one time.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is not a reason, I think, to swear. My in-laws are very, very Christian, and though they don't swear, they have told my kids that as long as it's in the Bible, they won't wash their mouths out with soap. I don't agree with any of that. Don't wash my kids' mouths out with soap, period. End of story. They're my kids. But ass is in the Bible.
Yeah.
If you can read it in the Bible, whether you agree with the Bible or don't agree with the Bible, it's in there. So...
But
we just kind of were wondering, is it our viewpoints? Because we can be a little bit more liberal. Is that a good way of posting it?
Yeah.
Is it because we laugh too much? Because we do. Is it? And honestly, could it be because you guys think that we have too many inside jokes? That's something that we can work on, because that's not something our goal is not to make you guys feel
like you're left out.
No.
Yeah.
You have to understand that is not... Hopefully that is something that I can say and you guys can understand.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. Caitlin, Deborah, Helen, you best not be playing my bingo. Oh, okay. You can play that one. That's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, that one has over 27,000 tickets. The other one does not. And one day she played one of my bingos. I don't play many video games or whatever. Bingo is one. She played one, and all of a sudden I had over like 17,000 cards. I was down to 100.
Well, I don't know anything about bingo.
But, you know, anybody. So that is what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
We thank everybody.
Yes. I mean, not only for the comments they posted, but for the people who mention us in their videos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I forget who it was. I should write these things down. I say this all the time. But the first time I heard someone mention our video in their video, my mouth jaw just dropped. I'm like, I was...
Yeah.
Because I wasn't,
when Pam did it, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that she watched. It's not that I don't think that people should, it's not like that. It's just that I didn't even know that she knew. Yeah. I mean, I've been watching Pam since I started watching Flosstube. I love Pam Reed.
I do too.
Eventually I will get to her tag. But when she's like, or when Trisha from 3 Hour Threads like, did you watch the Jolly Show? Because those girls be crazy. But see, I know Trisha, so I guess I know her. And Tracy said the same thing, you know, she was like, they're just the nicest girls. She knows us. She knows we're not that nice.
Yeah. She lies.
She lies. The lies. But we don't want to make you guys feel left out. This is not about us making anybody feel left out. This is about us wanting to share that Flosstube can bring people together in a good way, in a very helpful way, in a way where if I did not have Joe in my life right now, I know I would not be in a good place, because I don't know many people here. We did just move here from Hawaii. I moved here very sick, and it's very hard to meet people when you're this sick who are just only going to be there to know you as being sick.
Yeah.
Joe knows me as a person first, and then knows I'm sick. And that means so much, and she means so much. I mean...
And I get it, because, you know, several years ago I went through, issues, so I know how it feels to be where you're at. I understand it, and I know that the last thing you want is people... You don't want the sympathy... You want empathy, you don't want sympathy.
I want empathy. I'm not saying, guys, I wouldn't mind a card or two every once in a while.
But
mother-in-law, father-in-law, dad.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, some flowers to brighten my day when I've had a crappy week. See, you used the word crap. Didn't use the other one.
And Molly, I mean, she's come into my life at a time when...
It's been crappy.
I can't talk about it.
It's okay. That's why I hear. That's why I hear.
So anyway, I don't want to cry because I'm an ugly crier. We would have never...
mascara is gonna be.
You'll be a raccoon. We met each other through Flosstube, and it's like you said the other day. You know,
not everybody's scary. Not everybody's out here to get you either.
Not everyone is a wackadoo.
I think a lot of people. Not everybody's mean. And not everybody's trying to find out a different agenda on how to use you.
Yeah.
They just want to be friends. So give it a chance. If you've thought, oh my God, I don't want to meet this person because what if, then go to Panera and meet them, or wherever, Starbucks or your next coffee shop or a pub or
something. And the people out there that watch these videos that don't do one, I encourage you to do one, because
had she not?
If I hadn't done a video, I would have never met Molly.
You want to know how I knew she was near me? One of her videos, she said again today, I can't believe I had the news on. Yeah. Like, had you not had the news on that I had just previously watched, like that day, I would not have known that you were up the road from me. And that's how I knew.
Yeah. So, you know.
We're just saying, give it a chance. Guys. Because you might make a lifelong friend. You know, this lifelong friend might not be as close as she and I are in distance, but you could be as close as she and I are.
We just lucked out that we were close.
Yeah.
I think even if we lived in different states, I think we would still have been close. We just wouldn't been able to get together.
I mean, we're planning on having weekends together.
Oh yeah, we're planning on going to Europe together.
Oh my God, you don't even understand the conversations we have.
We're going to go to Hawaii together. We're going to go to Europe
That's
together.
because I can get her on Bellows, and she's all excited about being on Bellows.
Yes.
Because Bellows, oh guys.
She keeps telling me there's an extra bed upstairs.
There is, because I can't sleep in my bed. I just need to clean the upstairs up. Well, I'm actually,
I don't care if it's
I have
clean
to
or not.
get, well, this is not saying I have money. Obviously, you guys know that I don't 6 weeks without a paycheck, right? We are getting our pay at some point. It's just, I haven't gotten it yet. Anyway, I have to get a maid service because I'm not allowed to. Again, I might look okay right now, but I'm not. She knows I'm not okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, this was our first video. We're going to do another video, which may or may not be as long.
Yeah, because we don't want to get in the, we don't want to get cut off like in my last video.
And if you guys don't like to watch the super long videos, and this is already super long as it is.
Yeah, 75 minutes. That's an hour.
That's an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go, and then we have another new tag that we're
Yes.
gonna do, and then after that we're gonna eat the dinner that I made. Maybe once.
Let's hurry up. Let's talk fast.
Having our banging beef stew.
Yeah. Man,
but-
I forgot the French bread.
Oh, it's okay. I've got crackers. I've got the oyster crackers, which are good too. To eat
Okay, I
with
like
it.
the oyster crackers.
See, that's why we're friends, because we like, we love our carbs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna save this one, and then we're gonna go on to our next one, which is we have called it the general stitching tag.
Yeah.
Just some general stitching questions that we haven't heard through. So,
Or if we did heard, we did heard. If we did,
and she says English is my third language,
I know. Or that if we did hear, we don't remember.
which
'Cause
could be very
that's-
true.
yes.
With the amount of medications I'm on, that it's quite frequently. So we're gonna let you guys go for now, and we will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. See you in a minute.